Hi everybody, Maria here. I hope you're doing great today. So today we are going to work on making some more ephemera, and this one is inspired by strawberry, I think it's called strawberry cream, and she has a number behind it and I can't remember, but I will try to link it below. I'm terrible at that, I know. But it's a fun, simple little thing, and it's a good one to do that you can do pre-made, or you can do it, you know, when you're making it, you know what your papers are. But I'm going to use this Theodosia square from Hobby Lobby, and I already picked my papers from it. So I just thought I'd do a quick flip through, and I have used some, but thought you guys might like to see some of it. So it's a great pad. It's a good vintagey pad. And I have, this is just where the sticky parts were because it didn't like to come off. And I think it was like $22 or something. Oh yeah, it's under here, $22.99. And then, you know, of course they're 40% off now because they don't do 50% off anymore. And then, so what I picked, they have three basic color groups in there. They have a blue, a green, and like a peachy, rusty color. So I picked three blue colors that I'm going to use for one set of pockets. Then I picked three set of green. Okay, and there's a lot of variety. It's fantastic, you guys, as you guys saw. And then three of these. Okay, and I am going to go ahead and do some cutting. I'm just wondering if I should bring you guys along for some of it so that you can see. You know what? Let me bring you guys along for at least one set, and then I'll do the rest off camera so that I don't take up too much of your time. So the first set, there's a base, and it's about this, you know, you can make it to cover most of the page. And honestly, I haven't thought this through too much. I just decided I wanted to do a video and do this. So I think I'm going to do my base one in my most solid color. And most journals are like, well, not most, you can make them any size you want, but a standard journal is like a book, and so maybe it's, I have one over here, let's see if I just finished. So this one is, I haven't done a video on this one yet. This is a butterfly journal, and this one's about 8 by 5.5 ish. So I mean, I can go by that, I think, for what I want to do for these. These won't fit a tall journal, but that's all right. So if that's 8 by 5.5, you know, I don't want it to, I want to still see some of the base page. So let's pull this guy out. So let's do fourth then. Let's do 4.5, I think. And then we'll see how that looks. I can always take more off, right? So let's see how 4.5 looks. I think that's about as wide as you'd want to go. And then for height, I'm going to want to go, if it's 8, I'm going to go 7. And then I'll look at that and see how that looks. That looks pretty nice. I could probably get away with 6.5. I just keep hitting my iPad to the side here so my picture doesn't go off the screen. Okay, so that is 7 by 4.5, and I'm just writing on that for me right now. I am going to cover these with book page on the back because I don't want them to be so flimsy. So then what we're going to put on top of there is another full piece to make a pocket. Oh, I should have gotten maybe 3 colors. I don't know. Let's see here. Do I want this one or do I want this one? Which one looks better on top of the other? Yeah, I think I'll do this one. Okay, so then if that's 8 by 4.5, let's go. Let's take a full inch off. Let's go 3.5. See, this one doesn't have a good 3.5 on it. Oh, there, I think I put the mark right there in pencil. Okay, good. Good for me. Let's do 3.5 by 8, just because I want it to be the same width. And I'm sure she probably gave measurements, but for what she did, I'm just gonna do what will probably work best for my journals. Okay. Oh, 7, because we're not going full page. Okay, let's do that. So then one is gonna get glued to the other. And then you're gonna make some kind of small pockets, whatever kind you see fit, to go on top with your third sheet. So let me think. I'm gonna go ahead and go off. I'm gonna back these both with book page, and then I'm gonna think about what kind of pockets I wanna make. I'll be back. All right, I have backed everything. And on this one, I made a mistake and I cut this too small. So I just decided not to cut this part, and we'll cover it, and we'll make, actually I cut this too small. So I kept this one bigger, and we'll cover it. So also, I didn't like the top piece at 3, or yeah, 3.5, so I made it 3. So let's see, we're gonna do 2 on the left and 1 on the right. We're gonna go ahead and glue it. So let's do that. I do like to do things, make my embellishments between 3 and 5 at a time. Honestly, I generally do them at 4, but these were the 3 color combos in there, and I didn't want to cut more papers right now, and I didn't want to do duplicates of the same ones right this minute. I might do some off camera and just mix up the layering. So after this, we just need to, okay, this one's cut a little bit off. That's fine. I'll just get my trimmer. And I just used glue book page for these. Let's grab my trimmer while I remember. My Tim Holtz trimmer, this one is my favorite trimmer. It's the best out of all my trimmers. I do have several though. I think most of us do. Okay. And I had clips, but I don't think I'm gonna need them. I think it's, oh, not right there. I love art glitter glue. This last bottle that I got though has been giving me a little bit of problem sticking. Sorry for the shaking. Do the same on here, and then we want pockets or envelopes or whatever we see fit on the front. Now I know some people, when they do their mask making, they do all, like, just tons at a time. I'm worried that my journals will look too repetitive if I do more than between 3 and 5 at a time, and so that's why I don't do more than that at once, because my supplies will change, my papers, whatever. So that's why I personally don't like to do more than that, except for if I'm doing tags. I'll do tags more than that. So, oh man, I did all 3 on the same side. Oh well, that's life. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. It is what it is. Okay. And this one's going to be a little short, and that's okay too. We'll just cut the top off. And I was so excited to find these because I kept losing my pin, and these are yarn needle toppers, I guess. And so I found these at Michael's. I was very excited. So let's fix that. Make sure that's still sticking okay. Seems like it. Okay. So I don't need my clips. I'm just gonna get those out of my way. So then we're gonna decide how we want to do the tops. And you know what? I'm going to round my edges. I'm gonna use the medium one here. I do like how a rounded edge looks sometimes. Well, I do like it all the time, but I don't use it all the time. Okay. And then now I'm debating what I want on the front as far as envelopes, or because we can do simple little side tuck pockets, or we can do straight up envelopes. We could do one of each. This is the paper I have for the PT1 V1. All right, I went and dug out my mini punch board, envelope punch board. Our width here is about 2 3/4. So I think I want to do at least one normal envelope style on each one. So 2 3/4 wide, so maybe 2 1/2. We could do a 2 1/2 inch squared. So that would be 4 1/8 and by 4 1/8. Although 2 1/2 by 3 1/2 could be nice. So let's try 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. Okay. So let's do that with our trimmer. Get my paper going the right way. I don't know which is the right way. There it is. Okay, so 4 7/8 is right there. And then again, let's see, they both have a dragonfly on there, so that's cute. We'll see how that looks. 4 7/8. And then that was going to be 2 3/4. So I don't like to use the tool here. I like to use this guy. So 4 7/8. Sorry, I can't remember for nothing. 2 3/4. Okay. 2 3/8. 2 3/4 right there. So punch and score. Punch and score. Ooh, it might be wide, and I don't want it wide. I was hoping it would be tall, but maybe I can still make it tall. Punch and score. Okay, that's it. So let's see here. Maybe I can still do that. No, that's not, well, if I, no, I'm just not gonna like that at all. Okay, I could save that for something else for sure though. That's super cute. So I just want something square then, I think, right? So we'll do a square one. And I think I'm gonna have to, well, no, we'll just go. I was gonna say ink, but I didn't ink any of this, so I could still ink around the edges, but all right, so let's go square. 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. So can I get, that's 4 and about 1/8 there. 4 and 1/8. Sorry for the shaking. All right, so let's see what we can do now. So I think I'm gonna go back to my glass mat again too. This one's great for making a mess on, but it doesn't film as well. Okay, so 2 1/2 square will be 2. Okay. Let's see if this works better for us. Well, so far, so much good on sizing at least. I wish the dragonfly would show this side, but it's not going to, so. You know, I might cut that part apart and put it across there and just, we'll see. So that's good on size. That looks good. The white popping makes it looks nice. So I'll go ahead and I'll go off camera and I'll cut 2 more of those for the other ones, and I'll be back. All right, here is our project finished. We have the blue, the green, and the peachy rusty color, and we have 3 or 4 actually pockets on here. We have this big one, we have this one here, and we have this one here, and then you open this. This has a mini Velcro on it. And then I put this one lower because it shuts, and then this one a little bit higher so you have more room to put something. And yeah, this is backed with book page also. And if that noise, sorry, it's the lawn is being mowed. So also though, when you put this on your book page, you could glue it around these 3 sides and have a back side, or you could glue it on these 3 sides, sorry, I'm all over the place, and have a side tuck on either side, depending on which side of the page you put it on. So that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed and maybe gotten a tiny bit of inspiration, and I appreciate you guys watching. Take care. Bye-bye.